Yen shaka se bona si ana ye ko emfefi mantam mu na awehosam a ye de enso mo enawie ne de me pa cho akwa asante be kwai fo fen eche kuro no ageso eche pawo ni nyina no ene sa mane ba be kan yensa etire mu a enra anaka nkwanhia bi siye ewo Atabaze junction eno no eye kuro ba ko a eben Elmina ewo emfefi mantam mu na akwanhia no esiye no amrum ho no de ebeto dwa se enipa mako enson 7 ana wonom eto yanom ewo nsia do nanso ade ache a ye kasa yi enipa no a ewu ye ewo akwanhia no emu no akonanim akwakodru edu 914 ana beto dwa se wonom ato yanom ewo ensia edo na amanbo no ekirem sa wura husam esi ewo Atabaze junction a eben Elmina enno anopa be se no nso mu ho no ana sa wura husam esi ye na eye cars miensa ana enam so asa akwanhia yi eba ye Mercedes Benz and answer Mercedes Sprinter bus and a man diesel Libya and the registration number a GR 6081-18 when a Sprinter bus no a sonipa na edina ni achirem every a year say Cape Coast na wokota krade the registration number a GR 6081-18 and a Mercedes Benz and also a man diesel articulator bus and I said, where the articulator track and also the registration number GW 5416-24 a mono. And I'm a patchwada a year whole tipper track EB and also the registration number GB 1592-22. Kasi miensa and enra. Wamudi kwa juremu ewa Atabaze junction meno kasei. Enipa mako bese edu 9. Ana ye kasei wonumu ewu ye atoyemu honumu wa ye kasei. Wonumu wa epra no so maneboni chirem se womodo papa na emfifiri mantamo pani on ne kasa de ma odum dagumeko no eye DO3 Abdul Wasiu Hudu wada to chirem se ye kasa de crop nam so a sa kwanhia no eba ye no womodwene ho womo entiase na mmom womo timia yilipa ne bia kwakopiem ewo Cape Coast Teaching Hospital eye Interbetten ebenso akwakopiem ewo eye Lumba Trauma and Specialist Hospital na womo a ewu ye no so no ye kasa yi emuni bi egu Cape Coast ana ebi nso egu Lumba na wakasa na wechirem sa poesifo asonsem ne mu a wo ye enhwemu mama yentie sane ensem ne sikoso no sin ho ene benabo ana ekoso ewo Atabaze junction a eben Lumba
DLFM 106.9.
Hey! So good.
DLFM 106.9.
Enti ebusuan sa wote abanabo no ene adwadwo no a we no ayede ekwo so enra na ebusuan ba ye Facebook no eso a kofi me strofa video no eguso emame na ebusuan ba ye Facebook no so a DLFM 106.9 wo behwe akwanhia asie na enipa emane mema egu fomu a kyerese mpakaya ebi enso no se bi etu egu abonten ebi na ya tete ebi trate kyerese ayare ho se mu a kyerese anya sam koto akora wo we no eye cars miensa kofi ayana the pictures no so kakra afrafra mu amame enti oba ye Facebook no so a we ya ho se mu a enra kan kwanhia ya ka ho nsamu aka na so nipa nti enipa mako bese edunan ana ye kasa de wonum nyina dane kyerese ya anom dia mienko ahoma so na mene Madam Nicolina na yeye adumwa wono na se ko mfimfiri mantamu a National Insurance Commission wono ene maame pani a woda no wo mantam no emu na rehusam ni si ye ne maame de ne ekohwe bi mienko ne ye maame eni nkomo kakra wo me asomdwen kan wo
asomdwen kan wo
mama wada ma wapom boko de
Yehowa dom
ye da nyame ase mama awia dia ye ba won chen ya boko enu awrehosam a wo man ya mo ho mpa ye sensie ana esiye ewo Atabazi Junction ben Winneba na amanebo ben Elmina na amanebo ni kirem se enipa no eye du 914 ana ye kase wo mo awuo moda wo ma wo mo na mokopie mu wo sin ho boy mu nkomo kakra it san
you yes me a little correction. It was
DLFM 106.9.
But when you report, fire services for Yamia Dom Omo police for Nadina. Now I'm part you Nina wo kano yampa but ebinum wo ayarisabia Tibetan hospital and we're picking the information together. You see, Major said Enquires police fire service in a statement with regards to Libya. I'm past assembly here and Mr. Aprasa Mr. Ewu.
Enti mama ye betimi akase so say 14 no eye wo mo a ewuonye sanete
Yeah.
Mama ye kase no say mo kase mo ne mpanifo beka bom na mo de joint statement aba bonte no traffic situation no etesan ewo biaye accident isi en free say ye cars miensa ana involving ewo sa rehusemi mu.
Well, me did the traffic situation no it was a bit serious because the something accident buses here you block and one who say a truck and a sprinter and then the other vehicles into the air one said was a police before and shena one silly of an answer won't redirect the traffic send a benya free flow and so that is what is happening. Apart from that, no, Osheten ya baby sprinter no echo room no or say what ye na and then the truck as well. Including na ya dia na ya so ma and fire service the police before road safety na ya share na ya na every point so ma traffic I free flow.
Yo ene mama mayena se awia ise waboye sa nkomo ina modi akira maye de besie bia nso ye bedi ho nkomo pa
yo na me fa wakonye so me maya akọ entu yefu traffic offense make dodro we the SC no is purely overtaken na ma ta be see yembo modi ase ye ko election time na say ye ni ko ye wie no you better drive carefully on the road. Na Mr. So one swa bibi say ba na wodi echi na wo say you better nya the insurance amao Mr. Obibia wabi wo wan insurance nsem one from betu ye nim na yemboa enye sa yem pese obi be fan ekodi sika ama wona ahochiraba omosoi omobadi ya nti Mr. Bebre ayarisabia oni obi bekono yembo modi ase ye be di hu krasa edu pempen so a ye beboa ni insurance nti so
okay yo ene mama me na se ene amane boy na bibia ni a ye besa ba wonche biem me so me da se papa abusua ye ma me madam Nicolina na yeye adumwa wono ana mfimfini mantam National Insurance Commission woda won mo no ho na kwansia na esi ye no wodi nani mienu ana hwele santam ko ho binti ana wa confirm ya bomu nkomo amaye no na ye twan report wa fire service anya police for edebeba nti ye kasa de enipa mako 14 9 ana manebo ni kirem se akwansia na nam so a wo mo ato ya nom ewo ense do ama afoforo no anso ana sabre wo no aprepra pa wo ba ye Facebook no so a DLFM 106.9 na ebusuya ansa na ye beto aso no se mo beka yi a ba bia akwansia we esie no ba te se na wotwe miensa nie ana ye de so mo ewo kwan we so se saa kwan no a efiri Pedu Junction ekwa Winneba no eye kwan ya street light ba ku sempo ebi ensi so eye ekwan ya road line markings ni nyina pepa eye ekwan ya no road sign ye bo ho amane hwede akwa kwesi yo yento aka sebo no esoi ye to aka sebo no so ne da so agina mu ewo emfimfiri mantamu na ye ba bepie mu ewo ewutu breku na awehosam a asie ene se memene da no ana NDC chiniye kese amanyuko no ekọ winiba ema wo no manifesto wo mo ekopa ho entoma na wobra wo nyina da wo mani a obia ekọ ba bia ofiri eba ye no se wuduru ewutu breku a NDC eye branch youth organizer ni din edi Emmanuel Apia na abrantie yi wone na konta anana eti moto so a wo mo efiri winiba ana wo mu mani a kire mu ewo kaso afiri se ewutu breku ana wo mu adwuma na amane boni kirem se wobra wo mo eba no pepepe eye senya breku wuduru eye senior high na wo ho no a ana kirese ne car no anase moto a wono wote so wone na konta ete so no wone taxi edi behia mu aye kasa emrantie no mienu nyina no atwa ya no ewo ense do wo sa akwansia no so a eno so eya wrehosem papa na wo mo ekirem ade report enam so a accident ne esi ye no enya method na emom wo mo kirese wobra na NDC fo na da wo mani a wo mo di wo mo ani akiremu na wo mo eba no sabra na abranti ya wo ye youth organizer no wone na konta ana na eti moto so a wo mo eba ana ye hu de esi ya wone taxi eye head on coalition edi behia mu a ye kasa yi wo mo mienu so atwa ya no ewo ense edo na abranti a wo wuo no wo mo kirem se wuduru eye breku ene na mpotemu a wo mo etwi okada no wono ana ye wo mo chairman na chese pani a wodi wo manim se okada riders no ana afen so no eye ewutu senya west emra shebegani ye mame eye Gisela Tete eye ne personal aid ene abranti ye kasa yi wafiri mu ya na we no aya we hosem atrese enya asam ketwa na no ana posifo a wonom ewo senya breku ene ne mpotemu kire mu se wo mu gusua eye nhwemu na taxi driver ne de ye kasa yi posifo ensa ekura ni mu a wo moboa aya nhwemu sada so ana abranti a wafiri mu wone na kontai wo mu mienu nyina afiri mu no Emmanuel Apia no so no emuni mienu egu eye Winneba Trauma and Specialist Hospital and also aya rehosem na ba ye Facebook no eso a accident no a esi ye no a ekum NDC eye organizer no wone na konta no ba ye Facebook no so a moto no anada so no na moto ni nyina tete moto ni nyina tete o ye ewurade nyankopon Christ when you find say pictures and videos of Inogan wo hwe we wani so a enye ye aya na enye de ye pene se ye de be kire mu o na embom empanisi nim de ye fa no obi ano na wo hwe ne se ya na wo so to hofo no wo sua de so afirim wo ba ye Facebook no so a moto no se de asi agugu asan no eni party so a wo be da nya nkwa eno nti wani ya wo semu a efiri eye awutu breku eba no so ye de mu enkire mu esom yetie efo na yenkwa kaso ai ye bo kaso ame hono mu nso atu awehosemu anu su free kaso eba ekire mu a eye kaso new market yesi abrosan a eto aso enan na awehosemu ne ekire mu se enra wobra carpenterfo ene amesifo egu dan no so a wo mo esie no do mu ya ne sa abrosan a eto aso enan no amem asenke adwira gufo mu a enipa mako enan carpenter ni baako wo mo nyina awu amasese no aya awehosem pam na amanebo ne kire mu a enra wobra wo mo ayi adwuma no na trese emma bia wo mo so anase mayewa bia wo mo ko school e wo secondary school wo kaso an important ho wono mo kire se wo mo pe carpenter ni a wo be ya adwuma bi ama wonom ana emayewa yi ekọ ba bia emrante no esi dan no sabra na mesifo no gusoro ana carpenter fo no wo fom na no ana emayewa mienu amanebo ne kire se wo mo so eka nipa na ya wo mo awuo no ho wo bra dan no esenke ye no wone carpenter ni ene mayewa miensa wo mo antimi enya ba bia nwane amfa na dan no enem gu wo mo so a ye kasa yi secondary school students mienu emayewa ana emrante mienu o mo ye adwuma se workers e wodan ne ho no wo mo nyina so amem atoa yanom e wo ense aduo na assembly member a wono wo Jomens ye committee electoral area eye Mustafa Muhammad wada to get them say hosam no si ye na hadwen pam na busia wo ba ye Facebook no so a wo ba hwa abrosan ye to aso enan na kire sa asenke no a enya samu a eni kan ba ku sei abrosan no anada ye Facebook no so no kire sa adwire gu kofi check video no ma me da se wo ba ye Facebook no so a video no eda so DLFM 106.9 abrosa na manebo no kirem say wo mo ensi ni ye na cement nso ankom anda dan na wo musie no eye gidigidi anwo na wo mo to aso dan na yesi ye na nwoi na wo mo to aso enti anu a anda dan no edwiri go fo ma kire sa asenke ekum nipa nan a kire secondary school girls mienu ewe mu wo mo a na gina ho bie no mo bi enti ama ne bo a wo mo ede som ye
but so far will be a wanka. Na get school for guests be a musu majuma no mo sense o mai. Be na tre wa se na carpenter ni ba ko so kan ho ha. E hu nya problem wa se na so nko ye mai. No ti be ya fe na wo ye na ebu yen so far de etme carpenter ni no guest tre na no o mo wa se no.
Enti ebusuawe no eye abrante a no ono so ye labor a no ye dwuma e wodan ye ho na wo ba ye Facebook no so a fa wani mienu behwe bi na said ya dan no esia mem no ye ka kire wo se eya brosan ya to aso 9 ana mem aye flat sa no abusa ho se ensuo na de kramuni ekoi na obusa sa ne chewai de dan ya ye ni enti ni pa hyase de ebeka san enu nti carpenter ne no wato ya nom ewonse do ana secondary school emayiwa mienu asa be na wo mo carpenter ne nchen a wo mo eye adwuma no so mayiwa ne mienu nyina so ato ya nom ewo ense eduo na nadmo officer a wo kopie mu ewo ho enso di ntiremu eba wono ne confirm nipa dodo a ewuo ene wono mo epra ede kire nsam trefo mama yentie nadmo officer no so ne nkomo kakra
ayeko ene ye di nipa 7 eko Kaswa Central Polyclinic Central Clinic yeko ho no out of 7 no oba ba ko efimu a oko vocational school ewa ha na bema ba ko condition ye critical na oba ba ko so die ye critical from there no yeko Kaswa Polyclinic yekodu ho no so no na nipa 3 a ye di omoko ho no 2 efimu oba ba ko ene bema ba ko oba no so students ewa ha na bema no oye carpenter yesi onu kra enam no so na mayiwa no eba ha because omokoto indua ye di ye patch ewo adwuma no ho enti ye fi ho ni die otumi hu se eniama ensisi su ewo dan ni nsiye mu wankasa ohwe blocks egu ho otumi se cement enia die no and there's no proper foundation.
Enti ebusuani ayeti yeyi eye atorenchen bremu aboafo wonom ewo Kaswa ana kyerese no arehusem we esiye no Kaswa new market wo mo boemu enkomo na ebusuan wo ba ye Facebook no so a ye di video bi atoso wo bra edan mi dwiri gu yesa no na we no enye manpower wasem esese epe bulldozers na wo mutimi dwiri eyiyi kunkum abo no na ehwese enipa ehyaase no wo munyina sana enti wo ba ye Facebook no so a wo bra na bulldozer no so eye nadwuma wo dwiri ahwehwe nipa a ehye dan na se no ye Facebook no ye adwuma DLFM 106.9 ebusuamia kwa homa so na nkomo we ye nuansam troni a wodi sasem we achi eye minia Samuel Nyameche ewa homa no so enu ana wo sin ho Sami akwaba o
ye jaminu
we dia ana mpelese kura wonam so ne ye twe ohene fom ensa ho nkobu sase kuro ne modwo ye nim sa de asi wo Kaswa no eyade ani enyan nanso mebu sase ye kasai eho no motesen be mu nkomo kakra
yo sabra me kasa de so be mo new timers committee electoral area dia amte bibia ekosi bibia eboko efoma adoboko na Kaswa so adoboko boni bia nim na mo aban ene de ne kawa akwa kose vocational school da ya o sini dan na chapter nchemi apa nkan eno achi de bibia nim
wadaroma enu a wokopie mu ho no uhwehwe mu kakra waye wo saa kwanhia yi nyina ho ne atorentem no chanu mfoni fama ye ne yetiefo ayetie wo ewo DLFM so
that's probably amse nadmo officer no ne eyewitness no makasa bebre na ne omokan no nyina no kwa nyina no se ma me ye bibinti omsi mfani dinsi o vocational school I just or pastries or dressmaking and I said, "What's your hairdressing?" Meaning our kabum no ye our castle. New market. I the one after old timers and ana ono oya no nyama nyina. Make say ono apprentice or apprentice bebre. Whether nyankopa to mami ntama. When I drink and shop in a woman or person expanded and more person abrosign. I guess Namini Dana say. We reach Naka say near the Afrenchemia Bay and I be the cheap labor. Oh, we may see Ninty a contract Yimana any inch my member no conquer by day. Then you say, Abra, my me shall say, will sit down. When Jimmy and your contractor about say, a contractor. Dan say na mpese di madi say na mpese di dabi ono plan ni na wani trim wan kwa assembly kwa payment wan bonad mo for one there aban empeni for mu di anim no wan mu bi amane say bi bisa na kwa na bi o motu fo na woni qualified mason say mason ni na ejuma na mum on the sorry a onye no 200 cities a o he mason bi a oban no wan chen wa na fa ne so konko ejuma na obefa labor so mo ejuma yima mi di dabi ne mana omusi eduma wono hono ono obeko muti abom no mo make more than concrete ma mesi na obanya no for the day no na yese mesi na kwako yese eduma na kesa na mana pakoye we na fo transporter ata obegara abam enwa sa atrenchem esie mesi mfo na bi omutimi wiye no enwa ono pane yemu nyina kire se omutu enmayo anafo enem na ntene fo se mudan Kada my Mississippi, Diane, so one shut down contractor papa and amazing papa beyond farm and amazing and drop plan. Now say dear, and you know the right material and I also using quantity no, and shut down Kumi or Munch them when it's intimating a grammar. And Mariana and we are all mixing more time, no one is on the no one will engage more upon or more call maybe because you see a threat to the society. Na numfansi ene se otu bom edan ya dwuregumu a sa mesi na okase wono okwa wo ma no ena carpenter fu mienu ena apprentice ne baako nipa 4 ena atona na atona no ewon se do a emu do na so ewo manda and child hospital emu baako da serious part ado amene ka se o Winneba special and trauma hospital obuso oje ayarake Abain and an impending Potsiano, police for one in Admo, Omsida Mame, was a media, yet see a media, Intebra, never tremo, when our Faswa, who see what dying, but they are with a penny to fear. Macy near would dig many, and when I turned on the Faso ban, watch it. Sabra Minuka said the police for Eddie Amon Kawa, Eddie Shema means Sabre, or the Donovan, or police station, or board police for no more shame. As soon as police possible, woman, a scan crack, any Egusu Yenshim said a bear, observing no cockroach and branding. Not 3 years, a buying any no petty. Many beside Siana.
Mania, ma yana se papa, any entrimua, a muda hona, the assuming, because where dear Chirimayan, na the Abesi Biano, Wadama, what the assuming.
May I miss that?
Yen so ya da se papa, Egusia Yenian, some trony, Samuel in the mixture. Ana wode amaneboy Africa so a new market wode emunsam abraye no nabusia ba ye Facebook no so a aduane na ede ana hwesa video ya obetima didi o na ye wo videos ni bi wo no mo ye ntimi mfa nkyerɛ Facebook fo ne ye benya manson na hwesa de abayo na wawuo no ni nipadua na ya woda ho ne mrantie na awuo no de wo ma ya ye twetwe wo mo no a se ni papa ya so nan etwe na firi kunkum aboase a ese wani nsa wo ka kire betie ntimi mfa nkire wo na emom kakra wo betima hwene de Brian Facebook no so DLFM 106.9 yento akase bo no eso ye firi mantam ane ye ko wo my Ghana etifedo mantam northern region na ne mensle baako ane mion na nikura sabre ye bedi mo nkomo eye patenga na besa bresantinie anampenefo kire sa asomdwie entimi nkonkane ewe patenga enunti wonom ede wo hyew na curfew eto wo manfo no eso nanka ebra no asosie yifiri wo so nanso ye kasa yi asomdwie no entimi emaye enunti mpenefo kirem se ye pam aboa pataku ansa ne yeto abere kirefo enam so ema regional security council rexec no ejina so ade afutu akọ ade ama interior minister honorable Henry Court say wo panie wo bedru patenga ene ne mpotamo e wo miel mensini mu a asomdwe no aye nyina ye penalty mai eno nti curfew no but modern sa fa beka ho we nam so ema sa wo kan eye executive instrument CI no a ema interior minister kwan say wo betie advice a eye rexec no e dia ma no nti na sese eye curfew no ye de bi esaka ho nti ye ka sai empenfo asa to mo nkyene e de curfew no yesa de hours ni bi etimi aka ho amane bon echire mu asesi ano curfew no dumienu so ahu wontimi ntena bonten e ma ne modumienu da anadwo ana se ahemache no nan so emoye a wona wo se wani nkum wontimi nsori mpie firi se sabambofo no chiwa waso be ye pam na wonom echirem se enye ne bone kwan so na emom se ne be ya asomdwe betima kon kanen na temamufo no ene adwapade a ewo patenga ewo miaw mansiri ni mo no ye betima bo ho ba ye na obi anya na somdwe nti ana wo mo eye no sa na emom enye se obi etan obi na enkrata no a eye resek no ede ba bonten ema mpanifo nsa ahyase no wo mo de aseda PSC ekode ama na nanom hemfo empanifo opinion leaders emabunu ene temamufo a wonom ewo patenga se de ekoso ni nyina no wo mo num so ntwan wo pe na sabre so na sempanifo nim die mu no wo mu ne sasomdwe atimi aba patenga ene ne mpotemu a saa curfew no wo mbeyi afiri ho ne mom ye kasa de ade ba ko a eye compulsory eye wo hye woto saa amna no a police fo ba yerewu ama soja fo nso ayerewu ene se enton kopim sempanifo beyi curfew na afiri ho no ade ye fe ne sa ammunition etuo akode ana ade bia na obetimi de apira wo bi offensive eye weapon wontimi nkita sa wo ye oba sa wo ye bema sa wo ye kwada na se pene no emra no ema okwan se sabre yi a curfew eda patenga ene ne mpotemu no yewu na se wukita ebo wukita sekran wukita etuo wukita boba ye chewa emra betimi yedu we ene amanebo a mepato wada efiri patenga ewo miao district ewo northern region aba ene wiai yesi musaka sebo ede asom Ghana fo no ba ye Facebook no eso a wonso betimi de wafutuo ene wadwentra bra yen ewo Facebook no eso DLFM 106.9 yento aka sebo no so de momuram ewo amanyosem enso emu
DLFM 106.9
yebodi ewramu ewo amanyosem a na wopani a wotu franka apreto me se mampani ewo NPP amanyoko ni dirimu eye Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia enra ana ofren sam trofo ene wo mo edi nkomo ewo Kempiski Hotel ewo Enquiries na ensamu ayewra Baumia di tu dwande na edoso pam na ba kwa o ma na ni kwa ho a wo bo mu nkomo na obo ni minim ewo ho ene se nyankopon ya dom na se Ghana for the to me ema ono Dr. Mahmoud Baumia so medi president ya ade ba kwa be ye ene se wo be movie Ghana e dey free eye cash based system na wade yan akọ credit based ene se wo mai mo yetie se won kita sika na se wo pedi bia ta wunya se si ano wo kita sika na wo bibia wo betimi ato eno nti wo kire mu asade no e the pressure ana abre Ghana fo nti se wo ba wo de hihye beba asa ko basa me Okogyeabour se mi pe TV ato a me ko ba bia o muton TV no a na me makọ akofiri na metua ne nkakra se me pefreje nso na ato a mekọ ho na makọ akofiri na metua ne nkakra wo kire se okọ nkofo amanso a ene ama na etu mpon no a eye san hyehyɛ na mo moto mpon efiri se wo pe TV anase bia wo pe fridge wo pe bibia to a enye se obekita sika pudu odi akwansa na wo satimi aka enu nti oba sa credit system no wode beba enu nti se wo pe TV wo kogina shop wo a wo sim pe TV me pe plasma ene ye fama me na kire metua ne kakra wo se eno ne hyehyɛ nti a wo ba wo be ye hu adwuma Dr. Mahmoud Baumia,
our manifesto is concerned is to move Ghana from a cash-based system to a credit-based system. It's very, very important because the reason why the credit-based system works in the advanced countries is because they are able to compute credit scores for everybody. You know, a credit scoring is key to a credit-based system because it then assesses the risk of any borrower in terms of borrowing, you know, money for a fridge or a car or a TV or whatever. So the credit scoring becomes very key. 14 years ago, I wrote a book on the monetary policy and financial sector reform in Africa. This was in 2010. And in this book, I was making the case for why Ghana and Africa generally, we needed to move towards the credit-based systems. And the reason why is to really bring down the stress on living. in our system.
Na enu achi no ana ensem trofo no yema o makwanya so mu emusa ensem na eno ana ensem trofo ni bi ebusa Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia say yewura 2020 na we vice president mebua wasi an ana also okenka Ghana ya mamra kese no so a say we vice president ya wo na we chairman edema Ghana Police Council enu nti ade bia no a police fo be ye no esese wo hunu mu bie na Mr. President me busa wo 2020 year to aba no ye tutuo embe Ghana fo makoma nwotwe ye kasa yi etua ka wo mu a wo mawuo na wo ba ede na abaye de afa ho na say ye kasa yi Ghana fo na wu ye 8 wo ye vice president wonka ho hwe e wo nsema a wo kan mu na aba no so be ye ho dan na no ana Dr. Mahmood Bawumia echirem say sai nipa nwotwe na ewu ye no mampani akufo adokura wote so president no wonka ho asem na wonte kura se mampani aka ho asem na wono so wantimi nka ho hwe na afa kura no enhwemu na posifo no ye no wono as vice president ya wosan eye chairman edema eye police council no wolim ba bia enhwemu no aduru.
And 8 people died in the 2020 election, and the president or me, we have not commented on it. I'm not quite sure whether the president has commented or not. But any time we lose a life in any circumstance, it doesn't have to be an election. I think it's really a very sad event. I think that it's very, very a sad occurrence if for people who died during the election, maybe out of conflict or something. So law enforcement authorities have dealt with or are dealing with. I'm not quite familiar with the full current status of that particular situation, but the people who are responsible should be brought to book.
Na enu achi no ana Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia editu dachire mu say wo ba no wa hye Ghana fo bodada se wono no wo de electronic buses ebeba na chese bus ya ye charge enye Ghana fo atimu ayesna ya lolo ya ne ekro no wetirem sa sa abosha ne wura mfiye na no betimi aboa ama Ghana ya kobedie ya transportation system no so etimi akọ enkane.
On the EV, electric vehicle, you're right. One of the ways that we want to reduce the cost of living is through bringing in public transportation, the electric buses. And, so that is what is going on. We are bringing in about 100 to start with to essentially do the pilot for it. And the issue that you raise, very, very fundamental one, which is the charging stations for these electric buses. And I must tell you that MiPROMO is working very, very hard as we speak to put in the charging stations. So we will have the charging stations in place by the time the buses get here. So.
Na ne kura mu no ana Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia wadi tu Ghana wo kire mu say National Cathedral ho nsensem no eni wura mfiye na Nyankopon ya adom na se Ghana fo sa de 2 million man so wono so medi president ya obehwe se woni asofo ni besia na wo mahwe kwampa wo betima pagya National Cathedral ni biem na esi wo so mi say chinchin eno so emusem ne.
Then the National Cathedral again is a very, very important issue because taxpayers' money has gone into it, and many people would like to see it completed. And I believe that one should have an engagement with the churches and all the stakeholders for us to see how best to get the funding to complete the project. But I think that we need to sit down and talk if the design has to be looked at again to make sure it can be completed. We have to put everything on the table, but I will be minded more by the churches and the church leaders and the discussions that we should have with them on the way forward. But I think it's an important issue.
Anyway, Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia wo pere to me say mampani na wo ye Frank Ekura ni di ma NPP amanyuko no enra wo Kempeski Hotel ana oni nsam trofo ehia ye wo nkran emu nsam enonom yemfiri NPP amanyuko no mu ane ye bo e de awura mu wo NDC chiniye kese amanyuko no emu na emrahye badwani a wote abanya so e de ma Northtown ye wura Samuel Okogyeabour Ablakwa wono so wo de atuda akire mu ese emfinhia nwotwenie ana Ghana for de to me Emma Mampani Akufo-Addo Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia ene NPP aban ewi akire wɔn de corruption ana agya Ghana fo nyina akwan na wotire mu a nyankopɔn yɛ adom na sɛ Ghana fo nyina nso etie NDC fo sufre na kane mampani John Dramani Mahama wɔbɛyɛ mampani bie mu a the next NDC government ade ba kwa wɔn bɛyɛ ɛne sɛ corruption no wɔn bɛ investigate abanwe ɛne na appointees wɔn mu a Ghana sika akwakodi wɔn ho no wɔn ɛbɛhwehwem efiri sɛ abanwe atimi abɔ Ghana fo korɔ no ama elie no obɔ Ghana dia edia eba ɛyɛ corruption efiri sɛ wudru Jubilee House wa wɔn mu a kyerɛ sɛ wɔn nam Ghana ha no wɔn kan brɔfo akɛse ɛhyɛ Ghana fo boyi wɔn mu nso ana kyerɛ sɛ corruption no wɔn ɛhyɛ kyerɛ ɛno nti wɔka kyerɛ Ghana fo nyina sɛ kane mampane John Dramani Mahama ayebida no obedi president ya ade a wɔn so ɛyɛ corruption ɛno nti wɔhyɛ Ghana fo nyina bɔ sɛ Ghana fo mfa tumi ɛma kane mampane John Dramani Mahama na so nya betena so a na so ba corruption deɛ obɛhwehwem firi sɛ abanwe wabɔ Ghana fo abrɔpa.
Comrades, brothers and sisters, you hear on a daily basis some people saying the two parties appear the same. NPP, NDC are the same. In this fight against corruption, we refuse, we reject that baseless and unfounded claim that the two parties are the same. We are not the same. The NDC is different. We are not the same. Fortunately, President Mahama has been in office before. Did you ever hear President Mahama say that he woke up with a nightmare and so has decided to make a personal pledge, and so he's going to sink $58.1 million in the world's most expensive pit? That has never happened under any NDC leader, where God is deceived, the clergy are deceived, and the Ghanaian people are deceived. It has never happened and will never happen under President Mahama. That was not the only deceit with the 339 million CD National Cathedral. In the process, so many important edifices were demolished. As we speak, the Judicial Training Institute has been demolished. Judges' bungalows have been demolished. Scholarship Secretariat demolished. Passport Head Office demolished. NCCE bungalows demolished. Comsys IT firm demolished. Waterstone Realty Apartment Complex demolished. The Malian Ambassador's residence demolished.
Anyway, no, Samuel Okogyeabour Ocran, one na MP North Town, and what this answer we etu edwa. Na enwachi na wochirem say, kane mampane John Dramani Mahama ebedi Ghana so mfinhia 9 no. Project ahodoa wodi mfinhia 9 no ye no. NPP abetena so mfinhia nwotwe wo mantimi anya half. Ewi akire wo modeka ene abebrese anaja Ghana fo no nti Ghana fo wo gidie se kane mampane John Dramani Mahama wo sa ba bie mu project no dodo no a ana wode beka ho wo bra wo bo register no mo mientie mu nsem.
We have one leader who is a nation builder. He's building UGMC, building the Ridge Hospital, building the Shao Sudoku Hospital, building Terminal 3, building Kumasi Airport, building Tamale Airport, building Ho Airport. And another leader is demolishing, destroying in a deceptive pledge where he says he will not use our taxes. How can you say that these two people are the same, that these two parties are the same? President Mahama did not promise that under his tenure he will make sure that the era of sole sourcing comes to an end. And then we discover in the 2023 Auditor General's report that apparently 87%, unprecedented, unseen before, 87% of Cocoa Road projects were all single source. And guess what? Baumia's brothers at the center of that inflated single sourcing scandal. That is according to the Auditor General's report. We never saw this under President Mahama.
Anyway, no, Samuel Okogyeabour Ocran, where Yamrashe Bedwani, North Town, NDC, Amanyuku, Edinimu, and this answer way to Edana, and watching them. Anna, a Jumako, Enyan, Esiam, Emrashe Bedwani, one no, Anna, where minority leader, Honorable Dr. Kesel Atuforcing, where they are to Jana Wochimo essay. And Penisi will be a way bida, and your man more peer for Nanya Biu. Na ansana NDC befre abemono, na Ghana yensi no, 4.8, na nso abai we ba ye, economic wasted, Dr. Elijah Mahmoud Bawumia, anai wotu ayampia to ye wi akire $1 and nam 17 cedis. Edunti Dr. Kesel Atuforcing chirem say, nyankopon ya adomo the next NDC government 2025 no wo the policies begu akwam ama Ghana city no enya hoden se Roma Rensia wo call a show fight.
My duty here is to present highlights of key policies of the next NDC government as captured in the manifesto 2024. Colleagues, to achieve our fiscal policy and economic goals, the next NDC government will aggressively pursue the following policies. 1. We'll reset the entire fiscal framework to achieve efficient resource mobilization and effective utilization of public funds. 2. We will shift from the over-concentration of the macroeconomy to the microeconomy, where investment in the real sector will anchor sustainable macroeconomic environment and economic growth. We will implement an enduring economic policy to build sustainable economic buffers to stabilize and cushion the Ghana city. We will undertake a number of reforms. First is the value-added tax reform, VAT reforms. Currently, Ghana's effective VAT rate is about 22%. In fact, the highest in Africa. This is because Get Fund levy of 2.5%, National Health Insurance levy of another 2.5%, and COVID levy of 1% are all added to the statutory VAT rate of 15% for the final determination of a value-added tax. Businesses are not allowed to deduct their input VAT for NHIL, Get Fund, and COVID levy.
Any ayati ye honorable Dr. Kesalato Forsen. Wano ana waye emrashe bedani ewo adwuma ko enya na asiem abato mpesua so ewo mfimfiri mantemo waye minority leader ana ono so gina simpie ni apaso de sansemo atuda wabra na NDC amanyuko no wono mo power wono mo manifesto hontoma ewo winiba ana emunsami wode atudwa yeto akase bono eso eye national communication team member edema NDC amanyuko no ne den ede lawyer Chum Berima wode atudwa akirem se Womaya yetimwe Ghana Statistical Service at the report about HRM say Ghana for mebuna wamo enya dwumanya no wamo ye 1.9 million na wetirem say sa report no abanom eye wo how kese a wetirem say eye eminent threat ema Ghana ye bambo papa eno ntie hu behia say animu ya no Ghana for ye mo aban wetuja na wo hwe say obema enima atimi abafiri sabosome 9 pe anaka wamo ntimi amfa mfinhia nwotwe anya hwe abosome nanu aka no wo ntimi fanya hwede na emom Ghana for yen demand accountability enfemfiri abanwe eho wotiremu a ebra so se Ghana for nyina ye beka bom ne beje atum se MPP amanyuko no abo Ghana for abro papa enunti no wo panima abosome da to so enso December 7 no yempam MPP for mfra ba mu na kanema mpane John Dramani Mahama ne NDC mra firi se wo mo ba wo mbetimi abie nyuma na emom se Ghana for koyem from so na so wo msa de 2 minute command Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bamyade a na chese wo mai ni dache ana awiabo so ato ache no lawyer Chum Berima wo de sansem we nyina to da wabra no ne ensem trofo edin komo
jobs, accountability and prosperity for all. The accountability side there. But to say that we had the 24-hour economy, the rationale behind the 24-hour economy, the motive, everything support the fact that we need to create employment. We need to get a review from somebody. Because our Ghana Statistical Service say about 1.9 million of our youth are idle. It's dangerous and national security threat. And when you have a vision, not the visionless one asked can the Japan said about this so we visionless. No vision a government who has vision like John Dramani Mahama's government, which can stay focused and ensure say to mean Trump my more 1.9 million youth no a security threat one more so that proper or mind. For that reason, we need to ensure that we can get a solution to this problem, a lasting one, a proper one. And that proper solution is not a part-time job. That proper solution is not one out job. Like no, you need a permanent job that can sustain you permanently. And no matter when you be through the 24-hour economy. So within the first 120 days, first 90 days of the government, you will see that abandonment start immediately to take steps to ensure say you don't run the 24-hour economy. Private sector attracted by the incentives that we put on the table and selected public sector institutions being so
any ayeti ye a national communication team member edema NDC amanyuko no ne din e de lawyer Chum Berima and ode sansem we nyina nso atuda wabra na wone ye nuanom UTV for anana AD enkomo na adwumadie no eso no wopani ba kwa ono so ne din ede nana ya sapon wode atodwa akirem se wohwe NPP ene NDC one more party manifesto a wo de baaye no a bibi akire pefe se amanyoko emiemu wo monya ready kra so mbe Ghana fo every wo hawo ene abededie num
Ghana ya dekadada Ghana ya kwa IMF mprebebere ahokyere ene hit na ehyew na ewo yema yimu no yehia aban ana amanyoko bi obebemu a nia ode bebebia be sama ye ho akire nyendiem na listening to the presentations you were John Dramani Mahama and listening to the manifesto you were Alaji Baumia and Sekoye and maybe the two parties are not set say omode Ghana eko yiwum nemum or how ni abobo aye da so ni ahokyere na yiwum no e no mosa peso omodi bi eka ho die ntina meka sa baby Ghana edru de hia eni say yebetimi apagya yan kasa ye diem enyom amabobo nyina none of the manifestos and I'm just putting the two together none of the deal or manifestos no maye no is set to actually put Ghana say on Ghana yiwum on a space of achieving even a stable economy. Yeah, fun one after the other. So on mine be a private sector. So many DLFM say them up.
Any ayati ye nana ya usapon. One also medino na woti subi and what answer mu to jachirem se wutie NPP ni NDC. One more party manifesto no bibia ne hono ma kire se parties mienu aye ready say won be Ghana for every nkwaso mu emunsam ana wote ye no ma yenkan Ghana for adwempon kakra e Facebook no so na JT ana say oh my god enti papa na enti ewusa no ana wode ho ensam aba na Kofi Parliament ana say lorry accident I just don't like to see people losing their lives and parents it's overly hurting accident in the hurting accident be a hurting mo ana wasi wotie ne life edi free agona bobi koma in the central region ana Samson K Tom Clancy ana wasi this is so sad God have mercy o nyame ohuni pamobo ana Doris enim wodi aba ana wasi news no wotie ne life ana ono say God have mercy nyankopon hu Ghana mobo ana Vida Akatara wasi careless driving I say careless driving, innocent people every day. This is very sad. Careless driving, Anna Baba Mahama Wabuasi, Amanyosem was yesterday. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia demonstrated that he understands the manifesto he presented to us, unlike John Dramani Mahama, who can't explain his own manifesto. Anna Maris K da Costa I don't say nyankopon ehu Ghana mobopa na awehosam asie ndia no den keke nso edifrika so ana ode aba ana was say NPP's worst performance is better than NDC's okay mate ana kwaku nana was say asemo ana ode emojis na ba na woti nisuo akwansia no ani atorenta mu asie no ana cheso wati hu nisuo so na mbro nana and was this is very sad on also edis ade na ba ana Hansen Diodu was say good afternoon wako na miteka sebono papa I was say may their souls rest in perfect peace. I am watching you live at the Free Atomic Hotel down Suman ana was say greetings enko enfema bra penny Charles Mante ewo US Montano so was say wachiano pa ana kuma papa was say good afternoon MPP ayo mate what MPP for nko ahun ye ke ye de enka ho ana Winfred Joe what the emojis naba ana what edisio pa kire se enye asamokoto a enti abusua kase bo no ye begina we so na awiayi ensama hodo aboabo no de beso Ghana fo nyina se agemensam wo prem to bre kase bo no wutie mu nsam no a awiayi age wo nsam ankasa yadi ebesie na Kofi Taylor ana de ye ko Facebook no eso yesore so a nana adwoa silke ene ne mpamfo ebetena se na Monday's edition of DL Hour womo e de asomo papa na me won fa ase kwadwo same ne ho mfa no enti baby wo bia no nyankopon sa mana hoden aso panin na won samra na boama soloso edi de mu tro bi mame wose me de boama soloso was say our roads are not good and drivers are hey, and was say drivers too don't want to drive carefully. Ghana, God have mercy on us. And Odiaba, Brofono ya mama punctuations in the my banner sanwa. Mebre, me brenso a muambeka se, send ye penwen ye. Yay, Christo. And Tiabusia was one. Na some who do a bobo at the best one yen fancy. Na as I said, Miss Rosso and I do a silk in pound for beba. And watching the pap parano, silver lady. At the abe wa habet famoso. Na fe enumre. No sianka se bona ebesa ba one man contractor. Ebesa de munsam aba besomwo. Edia mejeso eye gan stakatia meeting kura Okogyeabour Ocran. Yada mo nyina se awiai ama mo nyina mo. Enitia wogiyen woboja.
DL News.